Good Sunday morning to you all. Hey, we're out here at Real Life Church, 1044 Marquette Road, getting ready for Sunday service. Worship's going to start in about a half hour. Service starts sometime thereafter. I believe this is a day of extended worship, so you got plenty of time to get out here, plenty of time to enjoy this beautiful day together. I wanted to touch bases with you about something very special concerning that lower flag and, of course, the upper flag there. You may have seen it on the post. You might have gotten a personal invite through Messenger. But coming up in the month of September, on the 18th and 19th, we're teaming up together with Everett Ganyu and Ohio for Freedom. I'm going to take you on a little walk around the property. We've been working diligently to get ready for this, but we are having the very first of many Ohio for Freedom rallies. It's time that we lock arms and stand up together and be aware of what's taking place in Ohio and in the nation. There's a lot of things that are coming, a lot of things that we've got to pray against. But the best thing of it all is the fact that we are going to band together as one voice, as one force, so to speak. And the way we're going to do this is we're going to kick it off September 18th and 19th. Very unique thing about that is, on this beautiful property that God has blessed us with, we're opening the doors for you all to bring your camping equipment, your tents. We're going to do this on a Saturday into Sunday service. And of course, I got my little dogs out here. They're new to this property and they're wanting to go over and dig up some bones over here somewhere. I don't know. Oh, there we go. Anyway, we are going to be spending the night on grounds here, on the campgrounds. We'll have a nice fire going. You know, we're stepping into the fall season. But right about here, this is the best open property that I'm looking at here on this side, on the west side of the church. We're going to set our platform up out there, put everybody underneath the big tent, and that's where we're going to have a time. We're looking at to team up with each other and to just be filled with knowledge. You know, God says that above all that we get wisdom and we get knowledge. So we're going to team up together. We're opening this up to several campers. And I just wanted to show you. If you hear me snapping my finger, that's because these little guys, I'll show them to you right there. That's our they're our church dogs now. We've opened the church up for all pets, and folks can bring their pets in and instead of putting them in a cage and so forth. But let's get back to this Ohio for Freedom rally. It's definitely a rally. We're rallying together. We're joining forces, and I'm going to walk this way so they get up away from the road there. We're joining forces together to learn more about what we can do. Hold on a second. Roxy, you get over here right now. All right. So we're gonna learn more about what we can do as far as local government, statewide government, nationwide government, and of course, we're going to be combining the amalgamation of combining God's Word with Ohio government. So right here is where it's all going to take place. I want you to mark your calendars. Mark your calendars for September 18th and 19th to come on out and spend some time with us. We're going to be vending food. This is a free event. We're going to be vending food here on the grounds, so you don't have to go anywhere. We've got indoor facilities so that you don't have to, hopefully not have to use one of them porta potties. That's one thing about camping. When they have porta potties, it's always like, ooh, who wants to go into one of those? But anyway, we're gonna take care of that hopefully for you. And yes, we are going to have a time. Now, regardless of size of family, big or small, come on out. Come on out. You can catch the word on Ohio for Freedom. Everett Gagne, he's always YouTubing his Ohio for Freedom. Of course, he's got his website and Facebook. You can catch him there. And we're going to be doing some more team effort before September, just to make everyone aware about exactly what's going on here. So we have plenty of room, and we are going to have a time. Now, I want to tell you something special about these dates. September 18th and 19th is the weekend just prior to what ancient Israel used to call the Feast of Tabernacles. We really didn't plan it that way on the calendar, but I found out afterwards, after talking with Everett, and I found out afterwards that this is the Feast of Tabernacles. Now, what's a tabernacle? Well, a tabernacle is a tent. So it's the Feast of Tents. It's a Jewish feast of tents. And it's also called the Ingathering. This is a time where they gather in the harvest. It's called the Feast of Ingathering, the Feast of Tabernacles, the Feast of Booths, or more currently called the Feast of Tents. So that is what it's all about. And it's a very special date for myself, and you'll find out why when you get here. But I'm going to be sharing the word. Everett's going to be sharing the word, plus all of the right standing in Ohio and in this nation as believers of God who support the government system of this nation. We are not releasing or surrendering our nation or the state of Ohio to corruption. Really, this is a combined effort that you can join us and learn. See, we get that knowledge. We get smarter, and we get an understanding of the knowledge of what we can do to save our state, to save our communities, and thus save our nation. It's up to us. All of this that took place in 2020, all the shut-ins, all the church closures and so forth, I don't know about you, but I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. I'm not weak. I'm just tired of it. I don't need someone mandating how or when we can worship God. I mean, that goes all the way back to Moses. Remember what God said? Let my people go. So that's what's going to happen. We're just going to get out here on this beautiful property, and we're going to let go and let God show us how to be Ohioans, how to be Americans, and how to be Christians, all combined together. This is an amalgamation. No longer do we want to tolerate what they have distorted as the separation of church and state. This is the amalgamation of church and state. And the church has to rise up. You hear me? Have to rise up. So, we got a nice campfire area back here. We'll spend all Saturday night. And I got some people that have some special surprises for that. We're going to keep the fire burning more ways than one. So, that you're invited to every bit of that. Once again, it's free. It's called Ohio for Freedom, the Ohio for Freedom Rally. Now, what I need you to do right now, as soon as I finish here, of course, get to church, but what I need you to do is go online, go to Eventbrite. You can put that app on your phone, and you'll get these bullet notices and stuff. You'll get information on different events. We're on there. The Ohio for Freedom Rally. You go on and you register for how many people's in your family. You register if you're coming, individually or with a group. And the tickets are free. We wanted to put the tickets out there free. Now this does cost quite a bit to put this together. I mean, did you ever look at the prices on a, let's say, a 30 by 50 big tent? It's not cheap, but we want to work together. We want to shoulder this thing, and we need you to shoulder it with us. So let me have a sit down here on this, one of our nice little benches out here. Finish up talking with you just for a minute. I got to get service started. But anyway, go on Eventbrite, Ohio for Freedom Rally. And you'll see some extra information in there. All you do is click on register, and it'll give you, an option of texting in how many's going to be here with you and all of those things. Tickets are free. Once again, our food will be vended. I'd love to feed you all, but we're looking at 300 to 500 people coming. I'd love to feed you all, and should God provide, we might even put the donation buckets away at the vending tables. I want to make sure that you get out here, because once you go on Ohio for Freedom, you're gonna see what I'm talking about. There's a lot of information that we don't need to be blindsided with in our state, starting from school boards all the way up to the governor of this state. We need to know what's going on. And another thing, I think the best takeaway from the Ohio for Freedom Rally is going to be this. And Teresa and I have experienced this, and those others that are watching that have been to some of the revivals, some of the rallies that we've been to thus far. You get a network of friends. I mean, you get new friends. You get people with like passions. You get information on their contacts and everything. And then pretty soon, just look at that. What we call it, the shutdown of 2020. How much more equipped would you have been if you had, let's say, even a network of 10 people? What are we going to do? Even a toilet paper issue. How crazy is that? What are we going to do? What are we going to do when they start taking this away or that away? What are we going to do when prices go sky high? I'm not forecasting any of that. But I know that they're up to some very devilish schemes, and we need to be prepared. We need to be strengthened with might by the power of His Spirit in our hearts, that we're able to comprehend, like Ephesians says, with all the saints, what is the breadth and length and depth and height, and to know the love of Christ that passes knowledge. That's exactly what we're doing. And we're going to do it on the largest scale we can. We're packing as many folks as we can to this one event. We have to do something. We just can't sit by and let this overtake us. Everett Gagne, Dan Chapman, Teresa Chapman, we love you enough to open our hearts and our home, this church home, so that we can all come together as one. When our voice becomes unified, that's a force to be reckoned with. So yes, of course you're going to get the Word of God. Of course you're going to get understanding of the motto of the state of Ohio, which is, with God, all things are possible. It's all things that include the possibility of you joining us, camping out. Hey, well, maybe I don't have a tent. Yeah, we'll make a provision for you. That's my Lutheran neighbors over there. They always start a little early. You want to get a jump start on the real life church. We will make provision for you. And this isn't, like I say, this isn't outhouse camping. We're gonna provide. We're gonna give you provision for indoor facilities. If it's inclement weather, hey, we'll move all of us inside. We can do that. We can do that. You know, open up the doors. Here's all the people right underneath the steeple. That's what we're here for. So, I'm gonna show you. How can we park on this, or how can we camp on this property? Way across there is going to be our parking. I talked about our Lutheran neighbors. They opened up the opportunity to use some of their property, not the graveyard, of course, but they're already sleeping. But all of this other property is going to be available. So we aren't going to be cramped. We're not going to be sardines. We're going to be out in the open, under an open heaven, and able to worship together and learn more about what we can do for the state of the state and the state of the union. So I want you to join me. Give me a holler, 740-777-0844. Got to get ready for church. God bless you. Bye-bye.